and good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. Lovely to see you. Lovely to be here. I don't know if you can hear in my voice, but I'm a little bit... I've had better days. But I really wanted to do some nice, gentle painting, so I thought it would be nice to pop by and do some nice, gentle painting and have some company while I do it. So I'm here, and I'm live, and I had a little bit of a panic just before I unmuted because my Twitch website dashboard situation had the audacity to suggest that I was offline, and I was like, what? Did my stream crash while I was in the kitchen getting my tea? Oh no. But it looks like it's fine. We are here. We have prospective artworks for working on, so that's all good. Anyways, hello to that loser who drops. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. They say I'm just stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the stop by. Hello. It's lovely to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I've been better, but I'm all right. No worries at all. I'm just honestly at this point I'm just happy to be live and present and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm certainly better than I was at 12 hours ago or so. So happy with that. Anyways, hello everyone. And hello Turnip as well. Thank you very much for the feel better wishes. I do appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I hope you had a great weekend as well. Hello. We've got some not to encourage upon Bob Ross's intellectual property or anything, but we've got some happy little trees to paint in today. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to turn this very, very strange looking piece into something that actually feels like a nice, beautiful, happy, cozy landscape that exists in that sort of that space between when it's autumn and it's winter, and it's not quite either of them at this point, and that's a time of year that I think is quite cozy, and so I wanted to capture it here, and hopefully I do okay. I don't know, but we'll do our best. Whilst I try not to cough too hard into the mic, but I make no promises to that effect because whomst knows. Oh, Turnus, the colors on your painting are so pretty. Oh, thank you. That's very, very kind of you to say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We are, for the curious, we are using the... I was going to say the set. It's not a set. It's literally just 5 paints that I bought out of this range that I thought would make a good sort of representative set of colors for any and all uses. And they seem to be pretty good as sort of like a universal set of colors that express a nice mood for like a landscape or what have you. So I'm having a lot of fun with them for that. These are super granulating watercolors from Schminke, who make fantastic paints. I'm a big fan. But there's like, I don't know, there's like 40 some odd paints in this range, maybe 50 some odd, maybe even 60, I don't remember, but there's a lot of paints in the super granulation range, and they're broken up into different like subcategories. The idea being you could buy like these 5 colors that all have the same sort of naming convention and produce like a very sort of harmonious piece out of them. So there's the Shire set, which looks as you would expect, sort of everything is kind of in sort of a fresh green brown kind of range. There's the Deep Sea set that has a lot of like sort of deep blues and things that kind of go with that. What else? Desert, sort of more in the range of like browns and yellows and that kind of thing. But instead of just choosing one, I decided to just, because there were a number of the ranges that I thought were really, really beautiful. Instead of getting just like one set, and you can get like little sets that are like 3 of the colors. Instead of getting one of those, I decided to just buy 5 colors from across the range that I thought I could do the most, that would have the most sort of like universal applicability, and then I could kind of mix together and create different looks with. And so to that end, we have, again, our roster includes Galaxy Pink, which is the closest we have to a red in this set. Tundra Orange as well, which is, I love this color. I think it's beautiful. I think all of these colors are beautiful, but Tundra Orange is really nice. It's sort of like a warm, sort of brownish orange. Desert Yellow, again, another sort of like nice, sort of warm, muted, sort of deeper yellow. And again, it's Shire Blue. It's teal. Turner says, I was eyeing up some paints by that brand, but I'm so bad at actually sitting down to do traditional art that it seemed a bad plan. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, you could always just get, like, a couple. You could just, even if you just started yourself with, like I'm doing here, just, like, 5 paints. It's not that much of an investment, in terms of, like, taking up space in your house or spending that much money, especially if they're on sale, and I'm pretty sure this is, at least from where I buy my paints, there's sales on right now, so you might be able to bag a bargain. But yeah, you could always just get like a couple, and like they don't go rancid or anything. So if you do decide to get some, they're not going to take up much space if you don't have a lot of time to actually use them that often. But if you have them, you're more likely to use them than if you don't have any. So, that's a thing as well. That being said, if you're like me, it's really hard to stop buying paints once you start buying paints. I am committed at the moment to just using what I've got in terms of paints and not just overbuying new supplies, because I have so many things that I really, really enjoy using. That as much as I love like swatching and testing out new things and doing weird paint science, and I am planning to do some weird paint science on stream fairly soon, but with paints that I already own, so there's that. But yeah, Turnip says, that's a good shout. I'll have to see if I can get some and actually set up my space to paint. Hell yeah. I wholeheartedly encourage this being done. I think that would be awesome. If you do paint stuff, I want to see. No pressure, obviously, but if you do ever want to share, I would love to see it. But obviously, you don't have to. Anyways, I'm going to take a sip of one of my teas. I have the last couple sips of this lemon ginger tea, and then I have a freshly made mug of this lemon ginger tea. They are 2 different lemon gingers. The one that I'm about to finish is Twining's lemon ginger, and then the new one is Bird and Blend lemon ginger, which I know I'm going to be near a Bird and Blend shop at the end of this week, so, but I also need ginger tea in the meantime because I'm sick, and I've got I had 2 cups of the Bird and Blend lemon ginger left, so I was like, okay, I'll buy Twining's lemon ginger, but man, I do not like it as much. They've added other ingredients to it that I think detract from the lemony gingeriness of the flavor, like it's got blackberry leaf and fennel in it and stuff, so it tastes like lemon and ginger and other things, and I the 2 things that I want my lemon and ginger tea to taste like are lemon and ginger, so nah, I don't know. Anyways, so that's the thing, but hopefully I'll be able to get more of my favorite lemon ginger tea, which is really good and tastes kind of like Fruit Loops when you add honey to it, and will hopefully settle my tummy, which is feeling a little shaky at the moment, actually. Yay. So that's fun. Yeah, I was feeling really unwell over the weekend, really awful last night. Woke up this morning feeling kind of okay by comparison, but definitely not 100%, and kind of that, like, I have to tread carefully kind of unwell, where it's like, I don't know how best to support myself in this moment of unwellness. A lot of the time when I have tummy trouble, my struggle is that generally, if something's wrong, my go-to solution is, okay, what is a food or beverage that will be soothing or healing in this situation? And when it's tummy trouble, sometimes the answer is, oh my god, don't put anything in your tummy because it's just going to make you sick again. So here we are. I had some crackers and hummus earlier, and I'm hoping that wasn't a mistake. Anyways, hello Aoife, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you, and welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. Aoife says, speaking of lemon, I made garlic lemon buttered green beans with jasmine rice, 10 out of 10 correct. Oh. Then Aoife says, "Oh no, now I regret the food message." Oh no, it's okay. I'm very happy to hear about food. Very, very happy to hear about food. I'm going to be having a probably just a sipping on a bowl of plain miso soup for dinner tonight, and maybe a banana snack. but but you know, I do still like hearing about food. Like it's okay. It's not like I'm in a situation where I'm going to be eating nothing but miso soup for the rest of my life, in which case I'd probably get kind of sick of it. But as it is, I really like miso soup. So, you know, I'm cool with that. Anyways. um but yeah. This is our little scene. I'll bring it a little closer to the camera so you can see hopefully a little bit better what's going on here. We've got a couple little guys just on so they've got their little cabin here in the forest on the shores of this little lake. It is based on a lake that exists in real life and based on a cabin that I had stayed at one summer in real life a very, very, very long time ago. But oh boy, do I have stories. Lax books, says Aoife. I assure you there are books inside the cabin. I assure you there are like multiple bookshelves inside the cabin. Like, don't you worry. They're well stocked on books. And video games. And video game consoles. And snacks. Boxed cake mix. Good coffee. What else? Toast and jam. Soft blankets for snuggling down on cold winter nights. A cozy fireplace. Art supplies, obviously, because you know you're gonna wanna do some sketching, you're gonna want to do some painting. If you're out in this kind of nature, you're gonna want to do arts of it, or at least I would. But yes. Anyways, I have no idea if I'm saying your name right, but hi, welcome in. How's it going? Lovely to see you. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful. It's Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Anyways, I'm going to, first of all, I'm not going to be able to paint unless I have paint water. So I'm just going to decant some water out of my water bottle. Carefully, trying not to dribble. There we go. Okay. I have decanted some water into my little paint water cup, so that we can paint. And I'm definitely not putting off painting because I'm nervous, because I don't want to ruin it. Because, I don't know, I'm really hopeful that this painting will be good, but it's been sitting for like several days, and I've forgotten how to do this. Seems unnecessarily risky to do that water dribbling above the painting. Well, listen, yes, I mean, I know, but like, I feel like it's super boring if I don't at least do some things on screen when I'm not actively painting, because then you're just looking at the painting while I talk. And I do that a lot anyways, because I waffle on a lot, and I forget to do hand gestures under the camera so that you can see that I'm speaking. Is this weird? I don't know. Anyways. The adrenaline hunt, says Aoife. No! I don't need any adrenaline. I need a nap. Oh, for swear words' sake, hold up. Well, I guess I'm not about to start painting, because we're having some technical difficulties, as I can see here. So let me just restart. That. One moment, please. It's okay. It does this every once in a while. I think it's just having a minute, and it should be fairly easy to restart. I'm so sorry, but we'll have painting back in just a second. Okay. Oh no. The only thing is, my camera always defaults to wanting to be in portrait rather than landscape when I restart it. So I have to actually take it out of the camera arm thing in order to move it back into place. I basically have to. Okay, I'll just show you. No! What? No! Why is it still not working? Oh, for flip's sake. Okay, hold up. I won't show you because I can't. I'm gonna have to restart Elgato again. Oh my god. This might be a very short stream, if this doesn't work. But it should work fine. I see no reason why it should not work fine. It's connecting. It's initializing video engine. There we are, connected via USB. Okay, all good, all good. And there we are. We're back. Okay. Luckily, that technical difficulty screen is fired. Oh, thank you. Okay, let me show you what I have to do with my camera. So, I will put my camera, like, pretend that this is the camera that I'm using to do stream. It will pop back and be like, oh, would you like to have a landscape or like a landscape image so that everything will be sideways? And I'm like, no, so I have to actually take it out of the dock, tip it, and then it changes from portrait to landscape. It's just, oh, it's so annoying. I'm like, no, I would rather not, like, my image be sideways and compressed into a very small portion of the actual, like, stream screen. That would be stupid. I would not like that, thank you. So here we are. Anyways, okay. I think maybe it's safe for me to start thinking about painting. Perhaps just a little bit. I'm gonna, you know what? We're just gonna pick up some paints. We're gonna pick up some paints and we're gonna mix some paints together and we're gonna see if it tells me no. So I've got my desert yellow for starters, because I think what I want is basically various trees with various levels of greeniness to them, so gradiating from, you know, sort of greenish yellow into like a very bluish green kind of situation. And the way that I'm doing these trees is basically to how shall I say? So I'm doing the trees in the background and then doing the sort of like a row of trees in front of that that's a little bit bolder in terms of like saturation, and so on and so forth until we reach the front. I don't think there's going to be too many layers of tree here. Maybe just like 4 perhaps, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's the plan. And I think this is probably, this feels like the easiest and the best way to do it, I think, is to just map out a couple of little tree colors for each layer. And hopefully get it to the right level of, like, watered down. I hope. I hope I'm getting it to the right level of watered down. Who knows? I guess we'll soon find out. Okay. I'm gonna give this brush a little clean down, and then for this last one I'm actually gonna add a little bit of violet to it to make it so it's like a really blue-green and quite muted, I think. Oh no, that's way too much violet. That's basically just, that's just blue. Oh, flip. Okay, no, never mind. I'm gonna have to add more, I'm gonna have to add more of my, sort of tealy green color to that. Oh, shoot. Because that's very not. There we go. That's the color I wanted in the first place. That's delightful. That's perfect. Okay. And then I'm just going to try and use these to make little trees. And we'll see how we get on. Very demure, says Aoife. Hell yeah. I aim for demurity, I guess. Is that a thing? I don't know. And I'm just doing these tree shapes very, very simply. There are a couple of different ways that I like to represent sort of like evergreen trees. You can have I'm just going to use the back of this watercolor block, which I also used to swatch out these colors, because I couldn't find my original swatch. But there are a couple different ways that I like to do evergreen trees. Most of the time, I just do sort of like this kind of shape, and then stalk, right? But sometimes I like to go more like that kind of situation. And I like either works. It just depends on the variety of tree and how their little foliage likes to grow. But for this one, I decided to do sort of the little chevrons pointing down tree shape. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna see how's the thickness of my paint here. Are we doing okay? Yeah, I think I think our paint is a little bit thicker than it was before. So that's good. And these trees off in the distance are rather large, so we can paint them in rather largely, and that's fine. Anyways, how's everybody doing? How are your weekends? I hope they were good. Hope you had good ones. Where do I want to pop another one of these? Maybe over here. Just like that. If it looks really weird that we just have these hanging shapes, it will until it gets all done, basically. There's a tree that was kind of off over here, and all we can see of it is this much. Because it's just falling out of frame a little bit. And it's important for me to remember that there are trees also out of frame over here and over here. So it's okay to allude to bits of their existence. Happy little hiding tree, says Turnip. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly, yes. Okay. I think that's as much as I'm gonna do for that color. So I'm gonna come in and pick up some of this. And hopefully I'm doing this on like a dry sheet of paper with not a ton of paint, so my hope is also that these will dry down fairly quickly so I don't have to worry too much about them like bleeding into each other or anything like that. So, actually wondering, can I make this one a little bit deeper? Because I feel like I maybe watered this color down a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna plap on some more paint and hope for the best. Yeah, that's better. You can really see in sort of the like wetter applications the way that this paint granulates. Because at least some of the pigments are very granulating. They will kind of separate out in sort of lighter washes and that kind of thing, and you can really see that here, and I think it looks really, really cool. So I'm happy with that. I realized that I should have, if I had thought ahead, I would have created a nice little channel for like a little trail of smoke coming up from the chimney of this, this little guy, and I completely beefed the doing of that. So I might try and fudge some way of working that out a little later on. We'll see. We shall see. I don't think it's insurmountable. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So, we'll find out. Okay, I'm going to pop one here. But it's kind of behind this other one. So to be perfectly honest, it's kind of just a color at this point. And I'm also running out of this paint, so I think this might be all of the things that we paint in this color. Oh no. But that's fine. I have more paints to paint with when this is done. Okay. And I might even pick up a little bit of this just to get as much greenness as I can into here. Make sure it's a little bit deeper, a little bit more seen than the other ones. Miss Puffles 698 wants to know if I do other mediums. Yeah, hell yeah. Mostly I work in watercolor, but I'm pretty happy with most sort of like wet media. Gouache is fun. Um, and I'm also a really big fan of ink. I really love working with ink. I can actually show you a piece that I finished on the weekend that was made with ink. It's this guy. Very simple, but yeah, I also, but before I started working like dedicatedly in watercolor, I used to do a lot more work with, and I still do sometimes, with just like with like fine liner pens and sketches with that kind of thing, and I still do from time to time. I do with I do more like fine liner pen type stuff for my Patreon artwork. And one of those goes up a month. Partly because my fine liner art is very like meticulously like cross hatched and very sort of lots of tiny little lines to create textures and value and that kind of thing. And oh my god, the repetitive strain was real. I noticed after a certain period of time that like my lines were getting looser and less like precise. And I was like, I think this is because it's just hurting my wrist real bad. So I've kind of dialed back on using pen as much these days because of that. But the paintbrush is a lot easier for me to use, and I really like the things I can do with it. Oh, and also like lino cut prints, like linoleum block printing, that kind of thing. We did one recently on stream that was a little lighthouse scene. That was really, really fun to do. I do like a couple of those a year. I feel like I should probably be doing more because I really like doing them. But yeah. Miss Puffle says, I recently got a new ink pen I need to master. The Orange Pilot Parallel pen, if you're familiar. I vaguely am, but I can't say that I've used it. But that's really, really cool. I hope that you have an amazing time with it. I do like a good pen. I do. I actually have speaking of pens, I have a feather quill pen that I have never used. It's like a dip pen style one as opposed to like a felt tip or a fountain pen. Um and and I think I would be a lot less. I should have just gotten myself I should have just gotten myself a regular dip pen, because the fact that it's a feather makes me so nervous, because I'm like, it's so fancy. How am I going to do this on stream without the feather constantly, like, dusting the camera lens? Used a pointy dip pen, says Miss Puffles. Oh, very nice. I caught my own feathers, too. Very, very cool. Very cool. Love that. Okay. I'm gonna go in with just good old Shire blue in Mahusive quotations, because I don't know, I just really think that this color is green. I really think that this color is green. I can't see it as anything other than green. I don't get it, but go off, I guess. There we go. Okay, there's another little tree peak happening over there, and maybe we'll pop one here that's this color as well. Partially because this color is gorgeous. This is just straight ahead the Shire blue. But it is a very nice. It is a very nice green. I'm not going to say it's a very nice blue, because I simply don't think it's blue. Now, chat may disagree with me, in fact, and if you do, I would love to hear about it. You can always strip the feather, less fancy, more practical. I mean, I know, and that's a very normal, historical practice for back when feather quill pens were much more in use. But good God, it just looks so freaking fancy. And I am a fancy little so-and-so. Anyways, is this tea? I have one sip left of this inferior lemon ginger tea, so I'm gonna have a little sip it. And it remains, yep, just okay. Alright, good stuff. I'm actually gonna put another one of these trees over here. because I can. Because I thought it would look good. Okay. Going to switch to our murkiest sort of blue green color. But it can't be just me. It can't be just me that this is green, not blue. I mean, it matches my green cutting mat pretty much perfectly. Here it is swatched in a nice light wash. That's green. I'm not complaining because I think it's a beautiful color. I just think it's funny. Perhaps it's in the context of the Shire range, it's the bluest color that they have, but I still think they should have called it Shire Teal. But maybe that's just me. Ask a green screen, says Miss Waffles. That is a great answer. That is a wonderful answer. Thank you. Turnip says, maybe in the Shire they muddle up names to confuse the Trixie, not hobbits. Says, oh, perchance they do. Perchance indeed. I love that, Turnip. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Come on, give me some more. I thought that this color was way more concentrated than this. I do need a little bit of depth to it here. So please give me some depth. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you have it in you. I know you can. Okay, just filling in some little gappies here. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna make this one a little bit taller. Just to make sure we are properly like varying the heights of these trees. Because I think that's important. Okay. There we go. Oh, I love these trees. I really do. Truly, I do. I'm having so much fun with this. This is great. I hope you're starting to see the vision now of what this is going to end up looking like. I really do. I really do, because I realized in the first instance it was looking a little bit, a little funky potentially, I think. And we kind of left it on a really funky note, and then I just kind of stopped. So, you know, like, I get it. Is that good? Is it a little bit weird? Chris Farmer, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome in. And hello. Okay, I think we're getting here. I decided to make this tree a little bit long and skinny to keep things interesting. And now I realize that I've got a little bit of a gappy here, but actually, what do I want to do with that gap? Maybe if I just pick up sort of the remnants of all of these little colors that we've got here and just create a little shadow. Just a little surprise tittle tree hanging out back here. Let's just be careful not to bleed into the one we just painted in. Thusly. Okay. Alright. I feel like the forest is developing. It's on its way from misery to happiness today. But we're getting there. I think this is going to be a really cozy place for these two little loves to live. And I love that for them. But also an annoyingly long drive to the supermarket, which I hate for them. So there you go. I mean, Turnip says maybe in the Shire they muddle up names, but I'm also thinking, you know, there are colors in our like contemporary lexicon of color names that are relatively recently introduced into the language. Like, I think orange was a fairly, you know, recent as in like still centuries, but relatively, there was a time when we didn't differentiate particularly between red and orange. We might just call it like yellow is red kind of thing. So that's a thing. I'm sure there are others that I'm not thinking of. but that one for sure. You draw or write with ink. My writing is absolute garbo. I cannot. My cursive is somewhat charming. My handwriting is awful. I write with repetitive strain and ADHD, so I can barely read my own writing at this point. I'm not a calligrapher by any stretch. It's something I think is neat, and I did practice like a long time ago for like an art course, but I haven't looked at it since. But my writing in general is bad. Is real bad. Drawing, yes, absolutely. I do draw with ink. I paint with ink, and I do draw with it as well. I did all of my pieces for Stream Ink this year. Actually, were done with acrylic ink, which is a beloved medium of yours truly. Let me find an example that I think is cute. You know what? Screw it. I really like this piece. I don't know if a lot of other people like this piece. I added it as a print in my shop which I was going to link to my shop, but actually the chatbot did it for me. There's a link to my shop in the chat if you're curious. But I realize it's not the most seasonally appropriate, but screw it. I love this piece. I think it's fun. And I had a good time doing it. It's just, I don't know. I don't think this would be out of place in a kid's book. But yeah, so that's the kind of stupid shenanigans I like to get up to, I think. And this here's a plover, because me and birds. I love them burbs. I was thinking recently, like, I should get a bird tattoo one day, and then I'm like, but is there any one specific bird that is like extra special to me? And the answer is I don't know, because I just love so many of them. Every bird I see, I'm like, oh, I have a special attachment to you now. You're my, oh, here comes a special boy, is good bird. I like the way that this one turned out. I thought this one was really fun to do. It's very stupid. But I just wanted to do some little guys looking for aliens. And like, this one's like knee deep in his like, how to look for aliens book. And this guy's like, guys, I think that might be something up there. It's like a weather balloon or something, I guarantee. But like, kudos to them for following their passion and giving it a go. Anyways, that's the main stuff that I've done. And also screen printy inks. Do love a printy ink. I haven't actually, just like any like pen drawings, I don't think I posted much recently. Partly because most of my pen drawings just go into my sketchbook these days, and I don't share a lot of sketchbook stuff outside of like Patreon.
Attention.
Hello.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Oh,
Choppers.
hi! Sammy Ann, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had an amazing stream. Hello and welcome, raiders. Let me get a shout out for Sammy Ann in the chat, who, if you are not familiar with Sammy Ann, you should go do that, because she does wonderful artwork. And I'm going to get a shout out to you in the chat again. There's a link if you want to go give them a follow. How are you? How was your stream? It's wonderful to see you and welcome. We're just painting some quiet little trees, and I am a little under the weather, so I apologize if my energy is a little as such. But it's very nice to see you and welcome Miss Popples, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated as well. And for anyone who's just come in on the raid, hello. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays, and I do cozy game streams on Fridays. And today we're currently painting some happy little trees in watercolor in this little scene, which looks a little bit scruffy in the moment, but I promise it won't for long. It might for long, because it usually takes me a long time to do things. And my moderator / spouse has just come home, so I'm going to quickly go say hello to him. I'll be back in just a second, and we'll catch up with Sammy Ann and find out how her stream was. Hey, darling. Hi. Watch me like be instantly cured now that I made a request for a doctor's appointment. But hey, if it works, then good. You did. Baby, what did you get? You got. Oh my God, it's a big boy.
And it was cheaper than the standard one.
Oh my God. Oh, baby.
Some pizzas and some noodles.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love you so much, baby. Thank you.
Any post today?
Just for me. Sorries. Oh, and the neighbors, hopefully. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Lino says hello, sunshine. Lino. You remember them. He says hi. And oi oi Savoys to you too, Lina. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Having a lovely Monday. It's good to see you. Welcome on in. Sammy Ann says, I was working on my December Patreon print. A Christmas Chronicles inspired Santa and Mrs. Claus under the mistletoe. Oh, goodness gracious. That sounds heckin' adorable. That sounds absolutely hecking adorable. I love it. We're allowed to be festive now because it's after December 1st. I had a mince pie yesterday. It was nice. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. As always, the art tax is optional, but it is available if you would like to share anything, or if you would like to go creep on your Instagram. I would love to do either. You can feel free to whisper a link to me in the usual place if you want to, but no pressure, obviously. If you don't, it's all good. Lina says, I already read that, and yes, hello. Oh God, I'm tired. Anyways, I'm gonna get another shout out for Sammy Ann. And I very much appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. No, I'm not, because I'm gonna misspell the channel name. Because it turns out if you place your fingers on the wrong keys and then still try to type the thing, it doesn't type it correctly. I'm very intelligent. Anyways, it worked. Yay! I'm so glad it worked. That's such a relief, honestly. But yeah, hello. We were just going on a little quick tour of my artworks before y'all came in. I was trying to find something, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, remember this. I feel like I'm due another bookshelf. It's been like 2 months, I think, since I drew a bookshelf of this magnitude. And this is in fact the same little guys as the little guys in that painting. This is just them at their little home. Well dang, now I want to draw some more bookshelves. I'm gonna need to contrive an excuse to draw some bookshelves. I have some art to share from Sammy Ann. Let me just get this link up and running. Thank you so much for sharing. We very much appreciate it. I love getting to see what other people are working on and sharing it with the lovely people here. Oh my goodness. Please, please work. Please, please work. Please. Oh, they're so cute, y'all. This is so cute. This is so stinking cute. I love it. They're so darling. They just seem they're so happy together. They seem absolutely smitten. It's very sweet. I love that for them. Bless. Turner says, Ogum, that's adorable. This is so darling. I love it. There's also a Yeti. See if the Yeti is done! They're so cute! Oh, if I encountered this sweet friend off, sort of in the frozen mountaintops, I would be so happy. I would just love to sit down with them and drink a nice cup of tea. That would be so nice. They're so cute, and they're weaving some kind of wintry magic, I'm sure. I love them. They're so sweetheart. Come have a look at this. It's really cute. I'm bringing my moderator / spouse into the room because he needs to see this because it's real cute. It's a Yeti. Okay. Is that not adorable? Mm. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's a Yeti.
Okay, it's a great blob.
It's beautiful. Oh, is that because it's very tiny on screen? Hold up, babe. Babe.
No. Glasses.
Oh, he doesn't have his glasses on, so he can't see it. I was like, why are you saying it's a great blob? He's got his glasses on. Sammy says hi, he's getting his glasses. I'm very intelligent. Okay. Let's try this again. It's the Yeti.
Oh, that is lovely.
Yeah.
Now I can see it. I can see that it's lovely.
I'm sorry, babe. Oh, no.
Old people have terrible eyesight, should they?
Oh, sweetie. Don't worry. I'm getting there.
Do you mind if I have the rest of that hummus with dip?
Please have the rest of the hummus. I had some with crackers earlier for a snack. Anyways, this is really, really cute. Thank you so much for sharing again, Sammy Ann. And again, if you're not following Sammy Ann, go do that because you get to look at so much adorable artwork. And we love it. My partner / spouse would also require his glasses, and I totally get that exchange to Sammy Ann. Very relatable. I just absolutely brain farted there. I'm so sorry. Anyways. I'm gonna take another sip of my beverage, because that's the kind of day I'm having, as you can probably tell from the state of my throat. No, I'm not gonna take a sip of my beverage because I need to cough. Oh no. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second because I need to cough. One moment, please. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Let's, safety sip. That's more like it. Oh, and that is such a better lemon ginger tea than the other one. There are some Twinings herbal teas that honestly I really like. Buttermint, delightful. They've got like a cherry, or at least they used to. I haven't had it in a really long time, but they used to have like a cherry and cinnamon one that was really, really nice. Yeah. This one was, a bit, I don't know. I just feel like they added too many other things to the lemon ginger combo, and it made it taste less like lemon and ginger and more like the other ingredients. And I just want to taste lemon and ginger if I'm drinking lemon and ginger. Sam, offer hugs if acceptable. Hope you feel better soon. I too am feeling a bit drained. Oh, Beans. Well, I hope that you feel better soon too as well. And I reciprocate the hugs. Hold up. Can I do it on screen? There we go. Okay, I did it. I hope that helped. Oh, I recommend lemon ginger tea. Very, very soothing, very cozy, very demure. God, I don't even know where that meme comes from. These things just get absorbed, and I hate it. It's probably from TikTok, because everything's from TikTok, and I don't understand TikTok, so that would track, honestly. Okay. I'm gonna try making some more colors, but a little less watery this time. A little less watery this time. I am gonna need a little bit of water, though, because these are watercolors. But just a smidgen less. Okay. Get onto the palette, damn it. Okay, fine. That I guess that'll do. I might just use what's here, honestly, because I don't know. Waste not, want not. I might actually just oh no. Oh no, I accidentally put one of the paints on top of the other paints and it got stuck. That's no good. Okay. Should I have cleaned this first before dipping it into a different paint? Yes. How about I do it anyways? Also, yes. There we go. Okay. This should be a little bit juicier than the next. Though actually I think I'm gonna give this a little longer before I start the next row. Because I see that ads are gonna run in 2 minutes. By the way, ads are running in 2 minutes. But I'll drop a quick BRB then, anyways, to freshen my beverages and do a little stretch and all that jazz, which I do need because I'm feeling pretty shrimpy and also my throat hurts, so you know. Anyways, right, grabbing some yellow. Let's finish mixing up the colors and then we'll drop a BRB, which will not be long, and you ain't gonna miss anything. You'll get to see some pretty music and the BRB screen. Exciting. I make it sound so thrilling. Oh my goodness. Oh, my stars and garters. I mean, it's not, but, anyways. Just blasting some yellow on here. Thus. Pick up some green. Again, I should have cleaned this first, but, Listen. I'm a tired bear, okay? Okay, we'll start with these murky grayish green colors when we come back from the break. Oh my god, relatable, double paint dip, yup. It is a mood. But hopefully these trees will look okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, hopefully these trees will look okay. I'm gonna maybe have some water as well. Whilst we're off screen. Ooh, that really does taste good. But yeah. Anyways, thank you again, Simeon, for the raid. I really appreciate it. And please enjoy the BRB screen. I will be back extremely shortly. And yeah, you might see some ads, and apologies for those, but also you're just missing the BRB screen, so like don't worry about it. Is the BRB music running? It's not. Hold up. Let me gently fade that in. Actually, I think that'll be the nicest way to do it. So I will BRB. Hello, friends. Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm back. Where the heck's my air camera? There it is. Hi, everybody. Oh no, I didn't put the light on. Hold up. Wait. Oh no. Okay, let's try this again. Hi everybody, I'm back. I like the way that my VTuber is like a little poppin'. I think that's real fun. Hey Dan, how's it going? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Sorry you came in right in the middle of the BRB, but I'm back. Hello. Turnip is lurking. For Dindin's Turnip, I hope you have a lovely lurk. Excuse me, sorry for the hiccups, but I hope that your dinner is good. Can I speak? Hiccups, can I speak? Okay, I think I'm safe. I think we're okay, but whom's knows at this point, honestly? Whom's knows indeed. Anyways, lovely to see you, Dan. Welcome on in. Oya Gravelax. Deliciousness. Love it. Okay. Ooh, this has made such a pretty color. I don't know if you can see how pretty this color is on screen, but it's delightful. Hello, Luna. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Luna says, hello, I love the little Sammy in the bottom corner. That's me. That's me. Where's my fingy's trying to point at it? Where's my why can't I get my finger on camera? Okay, there we go. That's me. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, painting happy little trees. But hi, it's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Dan says it's life-sized. I mean, you're not far off. I did try and capture my general, like, stature and relative, shape here. So hopefully I did that. Hopefully I did do that. Okay. This is going to be like our penultimate layer of trees. This one. So. I'm going to kind of bring this one a little lower as well. Because I don't know how much it's going to be. There's going to be gaps. There's going to be gaps in, like, the row of trees. Luna says, and a mood as a fellow little creature. Hell yeah, little creature high fives. Woo! I know this. We are both small of person, but mighty, I would say. I'm going to take another sip of my beverage. Here it is. It continues to be lemon ginger tea. I will say, as you can tell by my relative jollity, I am feeling a little bit better than I did earlier today, and definitely a lot better than I felt last night. Because last night I felt like absolute unmitigated poo-poo garbage. Oh my goodness. 0 out of 10 do not recommend my last night experience. It sucked. But so it goes. And I am feeling a little bit better now. But it's one of those sort of like cautiously feeling betters. Because I know that, that I need to be careful to maintain that feeling of betterness at this point, which is crappy. But there we are. Okay, just want to make sure there aren't any weird gaps happening there. There we go. Maybe if I bring some foliage out this way as well. Okay. Alright, cool. Working on them foliages. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better soon, says Luna. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm working on it. Definitely working on it. I'm definitely feeling better than I was yesterday. But wouldn't you know it, So yesterday I was feeling quite rough, so I made myself a doctor's appointment. And so naturally today I am feeling like I'm on the mend, and I'm like, geez, by the time my doctor's appointment rolls around, I'm gonna see the doctor and be like, well, I was sick. And they'll be like, yup, sounds like you were. Okay, well, keep being well again. Love when that happens. Truly I do love when that happens. I mean, I love getting better, but just the embarrassment of being like, well, I guess I don't actually need this appointment anymore, but I'm gonna keep it just in case. Luna says we're also a bit of a sickly household at the moment. We had my brother-in-law's wedding on Friday. Oh my goodness, well, congratulations to your brother-in-law. Yay, that's exciting, but we've been a bit off since, oh no, big gatherings in winter. Yeah, there was probably something circulating in that crowd. I'm so sorry. Remember when we could get same-day appointments? Yes, and it was such a blessing the times that I've needed them, which thankfully had been few and far between, but oh biddle boy. Because I went on so I haven't had to book a doctor's appointment in quite a long time, and they have this, like, they have an online booking system now, which is basically you enter all the information that's kind of relevant to your case, like, hi, I stubbed my toe, or I've got, I don't know, I can't pee, or something, and and then they will call or text me tomorrow, but I don't know in what capacity. Are they going to call or text with, like, some medical advice? Or are they going to call or text and say, okay, your appointment is on, like, Christmas Day? Good luck with that. I genuinely don't know. I hope they don't give me an appointment on Christmas Day, because I'm going to be in my in-laws' county and I'm going to have to cancel that. But that feels like it'd be really mean. You know, I mean, presumably obviously there are doctors who have to work on Christmas Day because people are always getting sick, but, yeah, don't use up that time for, like, a boring old appointment that's just me feeling a little bit poorly. You know? Anyways, Indigo, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome. Indigo says, every time something doesn't work, I have to try it 10 times to be sure, because having it work again when I show someone would be worse than it not working. Oh my god, seriously. The number of times I'm like, oh, you know, like, my computer's doing a funny thing. What do you think? And I try and show it to someone and then it just works. And I'm like, never mind. It fixed itself. I mean, yay, but now I'm embarrassed because I look stupid. Luna says it was a really lovely wedding. Oh, yay! And we're not really bad or anything, so it's all good. Well, I'm very glad to hear that you're okay. Very glad to hear it. And I'm very glad to hear it was a lovely wedding as well. All the best to your family members who just got wedded. That's very, very sweet. Dan says, my doctors pester me to go for checkups, blood tests, vaccinations every so often. They make appointments with me nowadays rather than vice versa. Well, clearly you must be very in demand. That's very cool of you. Oh goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this one, I think, just here. Maybe just bring it up a little bit, draw it out a little. Thusly, dee. Christmas sounds. I've got festive stock music stuck in my head and it won't stop, and I wish it would stop. I've had enough of it. Oh well. It is very cemented in there. But yeah. Joyous. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, a little constant in my mental radio right now. I'm like, as much as I'm feeling like the festive coziness, it doesn't have to be the only thing that lives inside my head. I'd be very happy to think of other things also. Musically, I mean, because I'm gonna have this entirely for the rest of the month. So, a little surprise, a little variation never hurt anybody. Right? Okay, we're just doing some little fill-in trees here and there at this point. Just some little fill-in trees. You love a little bit of infill. I also really love the way that these like layer. It's very pleasant. I'm just gonna bring this one down to about here because there's gonna be some shrubs and stuff down by the side of the house as well. So I want to leave a little space for that. Okay. I feel like these are turning out pretty cute. I hope they're turning out pretty cute. I haven't heard Christmas music yet, says Indigo. I have heard a little bit of Christmas music, but mostly on YouTube videos to do with advent calendars. Very much enjoy watching other people open advent calendars. Especially when they have opinions about the advent calendars. That's fun. But I mean, that's entirely on me. And it is indeed a piece of Christmas YouTube stock music that's stuck in my head that I think I might have used in a video once as well. Oh, by the way, I have a YouTube channel. Mark my words, I'm gonna get a new video out before Christmas, damn it. I gotta. I would really like to. Yeah. Dances, sometimes I don't even know what I'm there for. Oh no, they send me an appointment, and when I arrive, they say, so, what can I do for you? And I just have to shrug and say, you tell me. Oh my god. That feels so disorganized. They should know why you're there if they invited you. That seems so silly. Oh, goodness. Luna says, like, I got pestered for what I assumed was a medication review. Turned out to be a whole health MOT. Hey, you got an MOT, though. That's good. I had to wait a month from when it was booked in, though. It was terrible trying to get an appointment. Beans, yeah. I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen with me trying to get, especially at this time of year when things are going round. I feel like it's going to be rough. So I think I just have to be kind to myself in the meantime. Oh, heck. But yeah, Luna says, I hate when stuff like that happens. I had a similar thing when the optician sent me to emergency care, and I ended up admitted to hospital. Everything was fine, but they had to check. And every consultant that came to my hospital that was like, so, you came with headaches? And I was like, no, I got sent here. Oh my goodness. That's so confusing. I'd be so confused. That's so confusing. Oh no. Okay. Let's add some funky little foliage here. Like so. And then I think if I make a nice sort of just add a little bit of this violet to create a more sort of grayish, greeny blue, dirty, greeny gray blue, whatever we're calling that, to kind of fill in those gaps, I think could be, hopefully, very cute. And hopefully this creates a good impression of, like, there's a lot of... I feel like it feels more like there's forest happening now. I feel like it feels more like there's... I hope it feels more like there's forest happening now. I really do. Very much I do. I'm gonna leave a lurk while we sort out dinner, says Luna. Ooh, delightful. I hope you have a lovely meal. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was lovely to see you and have a lovely little chat. It was lovely to just dip my finger directly into the watercolor paint. Let's just try and get rid of that. Let me just okay, that's fine. It didn't. I mean, it's water soluble, so I'm not concerned. Dan says I'm getting pestered by opticians lately to have a checkup, but I'm scared to tell them I spent 10 years of glasses budget with them last time, so there's no point checking, really. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I mean, yup. Goodness gracious. I should probably check in with the eye doctors at some point soon. It's been many, many years, but my qualm is that... Hello? Broken, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Hope you're having a good one, friend. Hello. Lovely to see you, and welcome. Okay. Alright, cool. Almost done with these shenanigans. I'm gonna pop a little pointy friend up in here as well. And then just fill in those tittle gaps down there, like so. Okay, perfect. Just a couple little spaces left. For which I will maybe bring back a little bit of our teal. Mix that up a bit. Actually, if I make this one quite... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! I like that. I like that shape. That's a fun shape. That's a fun shape. Hell yeah. Okay, let's just fill it in first and then... Okay, maybe get some texture in, but maybe we're not going to get a lot of texture out of that one. You know, that's okay too. Keep it interesting. Yes. Dan says, as a diabetic, I get called for a free eye health check once a year anyways. Nice. So it'd be purely to check my prescription was up to date. I see. Thrilling stuff. Absolutely thrilling stuff. Truly. But yeah, I get the occasional like letter being like, hey, you should book an appointment for this, that, or the other. And I'm like, yes, I'll get around to it, and then I don't. I'm sure if they just booked it in for me, I would just go. But having to do it myself, also, I think I got trained out of like superfluous doctor's appointments by like the whole COVID situation a few years ago, where I was like, I don't want to go to a doctor's office where there's sick people and potentially give them viruses or potentially get a virus from them if I don't strictly need to, if it's just hey, you're over 30 and you should probably get tested for some stuff. I'm like, yeah, I can hold off on that. Which is bad, because obviously if you're due for like, screenings for various illnesses, you should go get them checked. I know this, but on the other hand, I'm like, I don't want to, and it went on for a couple of years like that, which is why I haven't been to the doctors in a little while, which is why I'm a little bit, I don't know how it works anymore, but here we are. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna do something a little bit weird now, because I think actually instead of just trying to like plop in another layer of trees, what I'm gonna do instead is I might add a little bit more tree, but I also want like, there's gonna be some shrubbies over here, over 30 and the rest, says Dan. Hell yeah. I'm just looking up some photos of some cabins around the lake that I'm thinking of, because I just want to get a good. Thank you for the posture check. Oh, how did you know I needed that? I mean, I know I needed that, but still. Oh, goodness gracious, I did need that, though. Okay. lengthening my spine, doing a little stretch. If anybody wants to join in on the stretching, I wholeheartedly recommend it if you are physically able to do so. I am lengthening my spine and stretching my arms up way above my head. Ooh. And then I'm just tilting over to the right and then back to the center and then over to the left and then back to the center again, and then I'm putting my arms down. And I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much for that, Dan. And I'm also going to take a sip of my beverage. If you haven't had any sips of any beverages lately, you should do that. Your body needs fluids in order to live. My fluid is tea. I did actually I have a tea advent calendar. You'll be shocked to know that I have a tea advent calendar. Is anyone surprised by this? No, of course you are not. But I do. And, I'm gonna cough my little lungs out. That's what I'm gonna do. I have a tea advent calendar. I haven't had my day 2 tea for today yet. Because I'm trying to be a little bit sparing on the caffeine for the moment, just for like safety and stuff, because it can be irritating when you've got a sore throat. That can give me like heartburny troubles, and then they just sort of they just contribute to each other over and over ad infinitum until I'm dead. So I'm trying not to have too much caffeine. I didn't have a cup of coffee today. Not that you can tell by my general fast talk levels. But yeah, that means that I haven't had my tea yet today because it is an Earl Grey cream. So it's a black tea with bergamot and like sort of vanilla-y creaminess to it, which I've had before. And if you like Earl Greys and something a little bit sort of soft and frilly, it is a pleasant tea beverage to have. But I have not had this one yet today. Anyways, okay, so there is some sizable shrubbery happening up over here, so I'm just gonna start drawing in sort of a layer of it. And then realizing I maybe made that layer of shrubbery too tall, and I don't like that. And now I don't know what to do. And bergamot is not a detective. I think you're thinking of Bergerac. Bergamot is a citrus fruit they use in Earl Grey tea. But I appreciate the goof. Heck. Did I make a mess? No, I didn't make a mess. By some miracle, I didn't just make a horrendous mess. So, that's a good. Alrighty. I think I might add some more trees kind of off over here. But for this area, we've definitely got we've got some big boy shrubbies happening over here. You know, sometimes those shrubs get big. So like, why not? Right? Why not? Okay. Gonna make a slightly different green. Gonna have to decide what colors this cabin is. Oh no. Being decisive. Ah, that sounds terrifying. Okay. Oh dear, this paint's a little bit too wet, so I'm not getting quite as fine of a line with this brush as I wanted. because it's kind of just all blurring together, but I'll go back in afterwards and add a little bit more detail. So that's okay. Like, yeah, that's fine. Okay. I think this is all working. This feels so much more like a scene than it did when we started. Gingerbread cabin says Dan. I could make it. I could make it a little gingerbreadly. I could certainly do that. I hadn't planned on like gumdrops and stuff because this is a somewhat more naturalistic scene, but you know, there's no reason I couldn't make it look a little gingerbready. So why don't I do that? Thank you. Who I shall. Thank you. The other thing I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of variation in this greenery, I think, here, down in front, namely, you know, sometimes you get greenery that's actually kind of more like brownery, so I'm gonna, especially this time of year, I'm gonna pop in some brownery and hope that it doesn't detract too much, but I think with, like, the brownness of the cabin and everything, it should blend in okay, I hope. Just over here, I'm gonna put my hand directly in some wet paint, like an absolute gosh damn champ. And then we're just gonna put little dudes of sort of browny shrubbery happening over here, which hopefully will look cute, question mark, I don't know. But it keeps it interesting. Then I'm gonna try and decide where I want to put some more slightly closer, smaller trees. Here, I think I want a couple more trees over here, and then probably just some sort of like shrubs and grasses and stuff down this end. So let me make a nice vibrant foreground greens for this, if I can. Hopefully I can. We shall see. But I really like doing it this way, of doing, like, sort of creating depth of, like, a forest scene by doing it sort of like furthest away to nearest, and you know, like, lightest to darkest, which is, of course, how you normally convey a sense of depth. But for sure liking that here. Okay. Going to get all of try and get all of, like, the greens and stuff out of my brush rather than double dipping, before going back in with the yellow. And I'm gonna try and create a nice green situation here. I love this brush. I think this brush is just like Jackson's Art Own brand, but I can't read it anymore because I've completely worn off the lettering. But I absolutely love this brush. It's really good. So, you know. Anyways. How do I feel about that color? I feel like maybe a little more of this. Just brighten it up a twinge, so it's not quite so, like, grayish, but not quite so teal that it's just teal. Okay. And I might pop a little bit of brown towards the bottom to give a suggestion of, hey, yes, I know this is there's a tree trunk in here. I should probably allude to that. So, you know, don't worry, I will. But Yeah, this one's a little bit... This one's not quite as tall. But it's still a very good tree. What a lovely tree you are. Yay! We got some trees. We got some trees. Happy with that. Maybe... Actually, now that I'm adding more trees, I'm like, oh no, I want to add even more trees. So maybe I'll add some more, even more trees, damn it. Because I want to kind of put another tree there now. Oh, beans. I wasn't gonna, but, you know, I think I have to. Because I think it would be nice. Ah, shucks. Okay, fine. That's maybe a little bit too violet, a little too blue. So let's just add a little bit more of this. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Just like so. Okay. Sorry, got quiet. I'm concentrating on this insane foliage. Which I do think is looking quite fit. Actually. Fit as heck. Okay, cool. Wizard. Nearly there. Nearly there with these gosh dang trees. I think I'm free of the trees, and then it turns out I am not. So that's fine. Okay. Most of these tree trunks are going to be covered up by like grasses and stuff in the foreground that I'll add in later. So don't you worry about that. I have actually, you know, I've done so much painting with these paints, and I've barely made a dent in these pans. Which I think is a testament to how tiny my canvases are. And indeed, I have run out of this size of paper. I have ordered another like 8 blocks of this size of watercolor paper because I have just straight ahead run out. So it's possible that next stream we may be painting, if we finish this today, it's possible that next stream we may be painting a very tiny canvas indeed. Because these are the blocks I have left. I can't show you what a blank piece of paper looks like in here because the top artwork that I have not removed from the block yet is a sketch for something that's very secret and I can't share yet. It's this size. If we just nest this in here, it's very tittle. It's half of one of these. Oh geez. Okay. Well, that's okay. Stop putting your hand in wet paint. I say to myself in particular. Quit it, you silly ding dong. What are you doing? Okay. Well, what I will say is these trees are heckin' pretty. Alright, I think that's enough trees. I think I can stop making trees now. Can I stop making trees now? I think we've done for the trees, which I'm really happy with. This is such a fun process to do. I did a piece kind of like this with this sort of like foresty background recently for a bookmark design, which looked like, if I can quickly find it from my shop, that was Sammy Ann's beautiful artwork. Once again, we love to see it. A bookmark design for my shoppy, which looked like this little buddy, little red cardinal sitting in a tree, and that was really fun to do as well. But yeah, I enjoy doing those trees. That was a different paint palette. That was I think it was the 1930s set or the 1940 set from Choosing Keeping, which is a Japanese watercolor that I think is really nice. Okay. I have to decide what to do. I should probably paint in the actual, like, cabin-y situation, and I do want it to be a nice sort of warm brown in this very, like, cold green, green-gray landscape. So that'll be fun. So first of all, let me clean my brush. Let me do a little cough way too close to the microphone. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take a sip of my water, but very carefully, because the top of this water bottle somehow managed to, like, I managed to hurt myself drinking out of this water bottle during the BRB. It, like, I don't know. It like, suctioned weirdly and then ended up, like, sort of hurting the inside of my upper lip. So being very careful now. That's better. Okay. I think we're all right. Okay, cabin colors. I guess if we want to make a brown, probably the first protocol would be to mix some of our, what is this? I want to say tundra orange. I want to say it's tundra orange. Yes, tundra orange. Nope, that's desert yellow, tundra orange, which we really haven't gotten to use at all yet today, so this is fun. A little smidge of our tundra orange, and do I want to add some? Okay, we'll start by adding a sliver of, oh, that violet was really wet, so that's picked up a lot of the violet, so that's made a very, like, purplish brown, which is that's not the vibe that I'm going for. I would love more of, like, a gingerbread brown color, a gingery brown, if you will. So let's add some more of the tundra orange back to it. Ooh, that's actually looking really good. Maybe just a breath more of the orange. How do I feel about that? How do we feel about that, chat? I feel pretty good about that. I think that looks really, really nice. So, going to hit the mic real quick. Gonna hit the camera real quick because I am a professional streamer. And then I'm going to get way too much water on my canvas in one go. I'm going to attempt to fix that very poorly. Going to paint over a bit of the window frame, but that's fine because the window's just going to be dark anyways, I reckon. Unless we want, like, a nice sort of glow coming from the window, like they've got the lights on. But why would they have the lights on upstairs? Like in the loft? I don't know. I guess the answer would be because it is cute. They could have the lights on in the loft because it's cute, but I don't know why else they would. This brush is way too wet, so hold up. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, I think I've just about salvaged it, maybe, hopefully. It definitely feels warm and cozy. It's going to want to be darker than this, don't worry. I'm going to do a second pass in a second. Because this is definitely insufficient amount of brownness for the moment. Okay. There we go. Drop some additional depth and warmth into it. Yay. Not too dark, but we also don't want it to stand out as being much too light against the deep forest. But we do want it to stand out in as much as it's visible, but I think it will be visible, all things considered, since the forest is green, and this is very much not that. Okay. There we go. All right, yay. So we have starter house color. Hooray. That's a good step. I feel good about that. I'm going to take another sip of my beverage. Yum. Oh, that's so good. I'm going to be so sad when I run out of this and so happy when I buy more of it again. Which I will be very soon. So, like, it's fine. But yeah, and then we've got obviously, sort of out back here, we've got the dick. And for the dick, I'm going to need a slightly modified brown. It wants to be like a blonder brown, so I'm going to bring in some of this desert yellow to create a blonder brown to paint in the dick here. Okay. And that can be a bit lighter than the rest, because I think it should be. Little step, what? Stairs? Little stairs? My brain couldn't decide whether to say stairs or steps, so it just decided to say both at once. Poorly. Which, yeah, you know. Yeah, sure, why not? Good job, brain. Listen, this little brain is firing on so many cylinders all the dang time. It's okay if it gets a little confused sometimes, you know? That's okay, that's allowed. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're getting somewhere. What color is the... what... Ooh. Ooh. What color's the roof? What color's the roof of this kind of place? I don't know. Probably just, like, boring black, but is that boring? I feel like that's boring. I feel like we could do something a little bit more fun than that. Oh, I need to stretch because my shoulder is killing me. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Ow. Oh my goodness. Also, ow. Okay, that's better. Okay. Yeah, what color do I want to make the roof? I feel like black would be really boring, but I don't necessarily want it to be like... It doesn't need to be a super bright color. Because I want this piece to be fairly, you know, gentle and subtle. Maybe kind of just like a mossy sort of greenish brownish kind of situation. That could be kind of cute. Maybe a suggestion of the fact that maybe there's some moss growing on the roof even. Yeah, why not? There we go. We got ourselves a roof color. Any distraction? Thank you for the honk. Let me do my best. Honk! How are you doing? Welcome on in. Lovely to see you. Hello, hello. We're just painting a silly, happy little cabin in the happy little woods. And I am having a happy little time doing it. Of course, once this is done, we're obviously going to have to paint in our little guys, which is the most terrifying part of it. Because, I made them so small. They're so... How the heck am I gonna paint little guys this small? Why did I do this to myself? The answer is fun, obviously, but oh my god, why? Why? This is stupid, and I'm silly for thinking of doing it. A happy little cabin surrounded by happy little trees. There's many distractions. Hell yeah, this is the happiest little painting I ever did do, and I hope that you like it. I'm gonna take another sip of my tea. I'm sorry. As you can probably hear, my throat is struggling today. Ah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we've got roof color now. We need... What I need is... chimney, I guess. If I take this brown, if I take a little blot of this brown, and I add a smidge of purple to it, can I make kind of a nice stone chimney gray? Question mark? I maybe can. Let me carefully apply that. Obviously, we're going to be applying some nice detailing and shadows and all that good stuff and line weight to this piece. I'm just mapping in the colors of these foreground items first. Like so. And being much too keen about it and doing it too quickly, I think. Okay, that'll do. That'll do for that. Heck. Hell yeah. Okay. I still haven't decided whether I want a little bit of sort of light coming out of the windows or if I want the windows to just be dark. Because, I mean, it doesn't look like it's, like, nighttime when this is happening. So I don't necessarily think that they'd have all the lights on. But on the other hand, it is so stinking cozy to see little lights coming out of the windows of a cabin. So I just can't decide. I simply cannot decide. It is a difficult time to be a paint person having to think about this kind of thing. I think I'm going to avoid answering that question by looking at painting, getting some colors down on these little guys, but in order to do that, I'm going to have to switch from my big boy brush to my tiny little baby boy brush because these guys are so small. Why did I do this to myself again? Why? The answer is resounding, I don't freaking know, because it's, oh god. Oh, good lord. Okay, well, for starters, could this in some way, shape, or form be a human flesh brown that I just don't have to worry about reblending? If I water it out a little bit, I don't know, let's just gonna test it out on this man's features. Oh, actually, yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay, cool. It's a little bit the same color as the background, so I'm going to blot it out so he's not, so just to lighten it up a little bit. But actually, yeah, that looks not too bad. Boo King, thank you very much for the posture check. I'm going to do another little stretchy. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do a twist. I'm going to twist to the left. I'm going to twist to the right. And I'm going to sit up real good. I had indeed gone shrimpy again. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, that's actually that's a pretty okay color for that little guy. I want this other one. He's blushing, so I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to it for that, and then try and just water that right down. And then once again, I'm gonna blot as best as I can. Okay, this is kind of working, but my god, it's hard working on such a tiny amount of space. Oh my goodness. Ah. Okay. First, I'm just gonna I touched my brush to this to try and create gray. For this little guy's hair, which is quite light, so I'm gonna give that a little blot. And actually, I think that looks all right. Look, they have human flesh. Hooray! Good for them. How pleasant. All right. What's next? Oh, the other fellow's hair. I think I can just fairly safely get away with just maybe taking a little bit of this brown and then just adding some orange to it. So it's a nice sort of warm, somewhere between ginger and warm brown, I guess, would be how I would describe it. Okay, yay, he's got it. Is it messy and kind of stupid looking? Yes, but you know, listen, maybe they just woke up. Maybe this is first thing in the morning. Maybe they're wandering out first thing in the morning to have a little look at the lake. Actually, yeah, I think that'd be really sweet if that's what's happening here. So I'm gonna headcanon, as much as one can headcanon one's own paintings, that this is what's happening here. So they've just wandered down first thing in the morn to have a little looky-loo at the lake. Because I think that would be real heckin' cute of them. Okay. Can I give your little t-shirt some color? Yes, I can. And the color has kind of blended out to a sort of grayish blue, which I think is... Oh my god, sorry, one second. Oh my goodness, my vocal cords just fully decided to just take a break there. It's like, no, we're not ready for a break. We will have a break in, I think, about maybe 10 minutes, I think. But not yet. But my vocal cords were feeling a little bit keen, apparently. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Anyways, moving on. Okay. Thank you for sticking with me, even though today's a little bit subdued, I think. Because my throat's not feeling the greatest. My general well-being is not being the greatest. Just very lightly feel. This is one of those nice sort of like light-colored button-up shirts, so I don't want to add too much color to it. Theo says, I was just about to ask you how many cabins these gentlemen have. But this isn't our pirate husbands. This is it. These are your other husbands. These are my other husbands. Yes. They are. This is a cabin on the shores of Lac Escalier in Quebec. And yeah, they just have the one. And it's here, and it looks like this. It's very cozy. Anyways, hi, I hope you're well. It's wonderful to see you. Welcome. Hello. No worries, as many distractions. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But yeah. What's for dinner, excitingly, I think I mentioned earlier, it's miso soup. Because, I'm not feeling very well, and I think I can safely eat it without feeling ill, so yay. And I'm gonna have a banana snack shortly as well. Pro tip, don't get sick, it sucks. Don't ever have any illnesses or physical weaknesses. It's the worst. And this is pretty, in the grand scheme of things, this is pretty mild. I count my blessings in that respect. But blah. Yeah. I don't know. Don't catch anything. Stay good. Anyways. That was some crappy advice. I'm sorry. Anyway, I think my brain is dying. Oh no, this is why people who can do like 8-hour streams on the regular, I don't know how, because my brain just won't allow it. My brain is just like, no, you're too stupid. That is not for you. And I am very inclined to agree. I'm just making a little sort of like khaki green trouser color for this little guy. Right here. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of water on my brush and I'm gonna have to redip. There we go, now he has trousers. Hooray. Now his legs are good. Thank you, lovely Cecile. It's good to hear your voice and see your hands, and also that photographic, realistic, tiny version of you. I mean, you are correct. That is 100% exactly what I look like. I took painstaking effort to represent myself as accurately as I could in this VTuber. Not VTuber, PNG tuber. It's not as sophisticated as a VTuber. But it's also a lot easier to set up, I reckon. I've never tried to set up a VTuber, but I have to imagine it's fairly complicated to do. Meanwhile, this was thankfully, when I finally like made myself do it, I was pleasantly surprised by how straightforward it was, which is great for me, who is, you know, a simpleton when it comes to these things, not the most intelligent, but trying their best. Okay, a little more yellow, and a little more perp. And then a little more yellow. And then realizing I did not do a good job of cleaning the purple off of my brush, and I guess I double dipped a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna finish painting in these guys, and then we will take a very short break, wherein I will go have a little stretch and a snack, and I encourage you to have a little stretch too, and a snack if you'd like one. And got some comfy little yoga trousers on today, because it's the beginning of the day, and sometimes you just want to be comfy, you know? And this little guy over here has slipped on his little shoesies. Because it's November and the mud by the lake is probably pretty cold by now. Okay, nice. Theo says that is exactly what you look like. Aw, Beans. Thank you for confirming, for anyone who hasn't seen my face in photos or IRL, that this is in fact exactly what I look like. I wouldn't pretend. And I do in fact can confirm I own the outfit that I'm wearing, because I was wearing this outfit specifically when I debuted this PNG tuber. So there you have it. Okay, I finished painting in this bit of these little guys, so I'm going to drop a super quick BRB again. We'll be back very shortly. Have a nice break. You ain't gonna miss anything. If you do see ads, I apologize. If you don't see ads, enjoy the BRB screen. I'll be back shortly. And, yup. That was a very smooth transition, wasn't it? Okay, back in a minute. I'm back. Hello. I'm gonna remember to switch my light back on this time. There we go. Alright. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Hope you had a nice break in the meantime. I did. I had a banana snack. It was yummy. And a bit of a stretch. Okay. I'm now in the awkward stage of, oh geez, what the heck am I gonna do next stage of the painting. Because I'm reaching a point where doing anything new makes me feel nervous. Because I can't decide what I should do next. You know, and like, no pressure, but also maximum pressure. Oh heck, I need to cough. I need to cough real bad. 1 second. I'm gonna mute the mic so you don't have to hear it. Yay! Yeah, because that was rather large. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back again. Hello. Sipping my tea. Trying to take good care of my well-being as best as I can. Alright, I just can't decide what I want to do with the windows. And it's really important that I decide what I want to do with the windows. I think I do like the idea of them having some little light coming out of the windows, but it wants to be like a brighter, sort of more clear, like yellow-orange color than I have in this palette of paints, which are all quite muted, and I'm scared if I use like the orange in this, it's just going to kind of look brownish orange. So I'm going to grab one of my other palettes to just supplement for this specific segment. So one moment, please. Let me see. What do I have that's got a good... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna use the yellow and orange out of this set, which is the 1940 set from Choosing Keeping, because very nice and clear and luminous and a little bit less subtle than the rest of these. As you can see, these are very nice bright colors for the most part. So I think this will work well for this one little application. Usually I try and to maintain like a sense of cohesiveness in a painting, I will try and use just like one sort of palette that's like meant to go together. But sometimes you need to ever so slightly break from that just to get exactly what you need out of it. And I do think that may be the case here. So I'm going to grab my yellow. I've got a dash of orange on there, and then I'm going to pick up this nice luminous yellow. And I think I'm going to add maybe just a little bit more yellow to that. But the glow is a nice sort of warm yellow. So I think this will do. I'll try it. And you know, ultimately, if this looks really bad, then we redo it and we pretend that I didn't do that. Nice and easy. Like it's all fine. Don't worry about it at all. It's all good. Okay. It actually might be a little too subtle. I might need to give this a second. Little bit of a glaze. Afterwards. I mean, I think it establishes the idea, I think. But I think it's actually a little subtle. I think I watered the paints down a little too much, maybe. There could be more brightness on here, actually. Which is nice. And in fact, I'm going to just do a little bit of a little glaze of the light spilling out onto the deck. Just like so. Okay, fun stuff. But I am going to do sort of a second cast of it as well. And I'm going to just mute the mic for a second. Sorry about that. Somebody just had to do a very loud sneeze. And they didn't want to do it into the microphone. Oh, wow. Okay, now my whole face is itchy. Oh, that feels really weird. Oh man, was that because I ate a banana? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Oh heck. Okay, well, here we are. I'm just going ahead and adding a little bit more intensity to this. In the hopes that it will feel proper glowy and not just actually feel too dark and weird now. But it should be a nice warm glow coming from the windows. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work when it's. I think it looks weird right now, but I think it'll work when it's done. And if it doesn't work when it's done, I'm just gonna paint it over in black, and we're gonna pretend this never happened. Okay? Okay. Anyways, because that's how we roll around here. Fun. What do I want to do next? I want to add some more, like, foliage sort of coming closer into this area, because I think there should be and there would be more foliage sort of around closer to the lake shore as well, based on my memories of said lake. Is that it's not like a super clean beach like I've got here. There's gonna be more like grasses and stuff, sort of in this area to varying degrees. So why don't I start adding some of that stuff in? First of all, let's make a green, and then just decide what we want to paint with it. Okay, stop moving. Thank you. So I'm gonna, once again, it's Shire Blue time, because Shire Blue is green. And whoever named it has a creative way of looking at color, and I love that for them. Truly, I do. But I also have questions. Anyways, there is a YouTube channel that I've been watching lately that is a couple. They're very sweet, and they do a lot of like testing of different art supplies and the like, and one of the two folks in this couple is colorblind, and so interesting things happen when the colors don't have like really obvious names, when their names aren't something like, you know, kiwi green or you know, pale pink or something like that. There have been instances of like he'll pick up a marker and she'll be like, "Oh, what are you using that color for?" And he's like, "Oh, I was thinking of you doing the character's skin with this, you know, sort of it's a nice like it's a nice soft peach." And she's like, "It's green." And he's like, "Oh no." So it's really sweet. They like help each other out with stuff, which is lovely. I do know of another artist who's colorblind who does mostly digital and just memorized where everything is on the color wheel, which I would not have known if he hadn't said. So like that works as well for sure, which is very cool. Okay, so first of all, I want just some little. It's just gonna be some little grass, sort of out and around in the vicinity of the deck here. Sorry, the dick. Gotta give it its proper name. Okay. Just happy little blades of happy little grass. I don't know why I'm feeling real Bob Ross today with my happy little paint. I think maybe it's because I'm doing a very sort of like, this kind of painting that's very you know, landscapey with lots of trees and, you know, a lake shore and that kind of thing. That feels like a very Bob Rossy kind of vibe, I guess. Though he didn't normally draw little guys in their little pajim jams, their happy little pajimmy jams. That's something I've added for fun. And it is fun. For me, anyways. Okay. Apologies if get quiet. It's because concentrating on plant life and foliage. That's why. Anyways. What's everybody up to this week? I hope you've got some interesting things. I hope you've got some good things lined up. And if you don't have any good things lined up, I hope that you are able to find some fun things to do. Very much I do. I don't really have any particularly exciting plans until the end of this week. Notwithstanding possible doctor's appointments depending on when they get back to me. But what am I doing? On Friday, hopefully I'm visiting the local Christmas market. It's been running since sometime in November, but I was like, nah. I don't wanna visit it until it's like Christmas month, which is December and no sooner, for me personally. Because obviously November is Halloween Boxing Month, and I take that very seriously. But now I want to go to our Christmas market, and I'm really hoping that in previous years there's been a vendor that does churros. And I'm very hoping that the churro vendor will be there again this year because they are delicious. I am very much a churro enjoyer. So I would very much love to see them. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm not gonna fill this entire thing with like grassy stuff, because I feel like that would be overkill. But I do want to just you know. I want to cough real loud into the mic. That's what I want to do, apparently. But just keep it, you know. Just get some of that in there. Okay. All right. I don't know. Is this good? Is this janky? I'm never sure. Did I, like, wreck it by adding that? I don't know at this point. I'm going to add some little grasses and stuff happening in and around these trees sort of in the back here to kind of fill it in a bit as well. But we're going to keep it fairly nice and subtle, I hope. And looking okay. Because right now it looks quite incomplete, I think. But hopefully this looks a little bit more, I don't know, complete, question mark? I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just goofing. The absolute worst is when you're like, oh, I'm just going to try and add something, and then you add it to the painting, and you're like, I hate that. And you can't walk it back. It's just there. Because I'm really not sure I like this grass over here. I kind of don't. I kind of would rather I hadn't added that. And now it's just kind of there. I'm sort of sparsely populating this area with some little bits of grass. I think that can be quite cute, quite nice. I think I like that better than this, actually. Oh no. What am I gonna do about that? I mean, I can see if I can just try and get rid of it. But that might end up looking really weird. If I'm not careful. But what I might do is just try and blend it in a little bit. Just actually try and blend it out. So, literally, haha. Haha. Yes. Yes, this is the vision I'm after. Oh, hell yeah. We just blend it out. We just blend it right out. That's better. I like that better. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. I actually think that looks better. Oops. Okay, well, you know, hey. Sometimes you're not sure if a thing is working the way that you want it to. So you just... Actually, speaking of, I want to kind of muddy the lake shore a little bit as well. Just a smidge. I don't want it to be a super clean line between the shore and the lake, if I can. Just because that's not really realistic, you know? Okay. I feel better about that. That feels better. I like the color. The way the dirt is kind of gradienting now. I think that's good. I guess I can try and do some lines. I suppose I can try and do some lines. Okay. And indeed that is what I will do. I don't think we're not necessarily going to finish it today because I'm probably going to finish fairly soon because my throat hurts really bad. But let's see if we can at least get a little bit of line stuff done on the little cabin here. Namely, if I pick up some of this brown, which I think is a little too, I think I need more paint in order to do this the most effectively. So let me attempt to do that. Okay, actually more orange. More orange. Word has just come in that you're doing great, says Theo. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's very kind. I am most definitely trying my best. And today my best looks like this. So okay. That was too dry. This needs more wet. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, once we get these little like liney details in, it's gonna be, I think certain things are gonna pop a lot more than they did, which will be, I think will be good. I think that'll be good. For instance, the little window / sliding door situation here, which is what this is. Little window / sliding door situation at the back of the doodad. Morange fight milk, says many distractions. Ooh, that'd be a good flavor, fight milk. Morange. What does it do? It makes you do more. Yay. Okay. Am I running out of paint here? No, it's okay. I'm okay. Alright. One of those cute little hexagonal windows. I am terrible at freehanding a hexagon, as you can see. But you get the idea, which is the important thing, I think. And then this little, I am absolutely running out of paint. Oh no. More paint, please. More paint. More orange. Of course, now that I'm having to remix the paint, I'm concerned about whether or not it's going to match perfectly. And the answer is a resounding, I just don't know. I think we're just going to have to try. And hope. And actually conclude that the color looks slightly different and also looks slightly better. Oh well. Never mind. Decided to do one of them's on that window because I think those look so charming. Oh my goodness, Theo says, I remember one time they tried to launch a juice mixed with milk product in Norway. Was it... How did it not curdle? Like, that sounds like it's gonna curdle. That doesn't sound good. I like both of them, but I feel like that's tricky. I do note that Theo said that they tried to launch, which suggests to me that it was not a particularly successful launch, which, you know, fair. Oh my goodness. That sounds, how shall I say, bad. It sounds kind of bad. Unsurprised that someone would try to launch that, but oh my, I have questions, and my main question is why? like why? Okay, gonna pick up a little bit of this sort of tealy situation to gray this blob out. I'm just stealing blobs from elsewhere in the thing now to create the colors that I want, because I think this is gonna be made out of bricks. Because why? Because I think it'd be cute. Do I ever need any other reason to do anything? No, I do not. And you know what? I was right. It's cute. Check it out. Hell yeah. They did launch it, says Theo, but it went away really fast, and the ad seriously says, yes, I know it sounds gross, but look at all these people who thought the same thing and loved it. Well, I'm gonna guess based on the fact that it went away really fast that a lot of people also thought it sounded gross. The end. What an interesting product. I don't want it, but I'm intrigued. Anyways, right. I mean, I've had like strawberry milkshake before, but I feel like that's a very different kettle of fish too. It's juice mixed with milk, which just sounds like I don't want it. Anyways. Well, there's not a ton left to do on this, but also there's too much to do, I think, for the length of stream that I've got left. So I probably won't finish this on stream in its entirety, but what I will do is have a look at my reference, which is another painting I did of this cabin previously, to remind myself of what it looks like. Oh shoot, I forgot a feature. I forgot to add a feature. Oh beans. Okay, hold up, because this little section is supposed to have one of these as well. Oh my god, it's so much cuter. Fixed it. It's cuter. Yay, I love that. Okay, good. Delightful. Oh, I'm such a professional. Anyways, but yeah, Theo says it was something. It sounds like something. And it sounded like I didn't want it too. And I'm sorry to say I don't know what it tasted like. I'm not sorry that you don't know what it tasted like, because I'm going to go out on a limb that it tasted bad. I'm going to guess that it probably tasted bad. Or if it did taste good, it tasted not as good as just having juice or milk in and of themselves. I don't know. Probably for the best if it got pulled that fast. Yeah, it sounds like one of those flash in the pan things that somebody was like, actually maybe this was a bad idea. But yes. Okay. What do I want to do? I want brown. And with this brown, it doesn't need to be a super dark brown. I'm just going to do some detail-y stuff onto the little cabine. Namely, I want us to be able to see that it is made from wood. And I think the best way to do that is to start with some little lines to suggest that these are pieces of wood that were used to make this little house. Doot. Okay, I was worried that these lines would be too dark, and now I'm like, oh geez, these lines are too subtle. Heck. No. No, heck. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I tried. And if I need to go back and redo it later, I can go back and do it later. Yes. Anyways. I hope y'all have a thrilling and wonderful and exciting and good week ahead. I'm doing not a lot until Churro Day, at which point I'm going to have churros, and I'm very looking forward to that. But for the moment, I'm just looking forward to making miso soup and having that in my house. I think I'm going to call it there for today, because I've got a headache that has just set in, like, right at the top of my nose, sort of between my eyes, just at the top of my nose. So I think that it's time to call it a day there. But I have had a lot of fun painting this. I actually got a lot more done than I thought I would today, so that's good. Does it look good? I honestly don't know. I can't tell. I've been looking at it for way too long, and sometimes I do these landscapes and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. And then I look at it again later and I'm like, oh wow, that's super ugly and bad. Oh no! So, this could go either way for me, and I don't know which one it's going to be yet. But hopefully I decide that it's good. But who knows? Genuinely, whomst knows? Not I! But thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm going to see if we can find someone we can do a little raid on. I have a suspicion that someone we know might be live, so I'm going to take a little look and see if they are, and if they are, we're gonna go say hello to them. And oh, would you look at that? They are. And they haven't streamed in a little bit because they've been under the weather. So let's go say hi to Kirsty. If you don't know Kirsty, Kirsty is a lovely person. They are remembering how to stream, so let's be very gentle. But I'll start the raid and pop a generic raid message in the chat. If you want to grab a raid message, you can. If I can spell correctly, that would help. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab the emotes. If you don't have the emotes, you can just say generic raid message or append any cool emotes that you do have. It's all good. I'm just going to throw some kiwis in there for no reason other than I love them. And I'm going to thank y'all for hanging out with me today, even though it was a somewhat of a subdued stream, because I, too, am pretty under the weather today. But thank y'all for hanging out. It's been really nice. You're all breathtaking, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be back on Thursday doing I don't know what yet, but I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. In the meantime, thank you. Thank you. I said that already. We're going to go raid now. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Have a good night. Good night, and good luck.